Okay, so today we are going to go into how to make a yard sign. So this is my current yard sign, very basic. We're going to go into how I did this, how long it took me to do this, why I did what I did, where I put it, and all of that. So before we get into it, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. So first thing, how did I design it? So I'm not going to lie to you, I probably did like 45 minutes of research before I bought my yard signs. I already did a lot of research before I did my flyers, which is going to be the next video I make tonight. But so there are a couple of things you got to think about, and of course you've seen yard signs, so you can use your common knowledge. People aren't going to see these for that long, so yard signs are great. Not so much to get leads, but they keep the brand in people's minds. Like when I go around, and now that I notice yard signs, because like I do pressure washing and there's a lot of pressure washing yard signs, I notice them. And so I know like ASAP gutters and TNT windows, like those are the names that jump in my head because I see yard signs for them all the time. So even though, I'm not going to buy them, I do it myself. I know those brand names because I see yard signs all over Vermont for them. Now Vermont's interesting because I got cited for yard signs. They are super big on keeping the state clean. So the only way I can use these now is putting them on clients' properties. I can't put them around like stores and stuff like I was before. But I can tell you what stores I was targeting when I did do that before I realized that you can't do that here. But before we go into that, my design, I have my brand, homes, windows, driveways, and gutters, and my phone number. Which this might bite me in the future. Hopefully I get a new phone number, but that's my phone number at the moment. And this is my personal cell because I'm not big enough to get, another phone number. But that's pretty much it. It's double-sided. It's the same thing. The thing I was having difficulties when I did this is that I do like 8 to 10 different services. So I had to get this down to my my biggest stuff. Now, driveways isn't really true anymore because in Vermont we don't have concrete. We have asphalt, and you don't pressure wash that. Ow. But I'm doing more solar panel cleaning, and I would love to get that to be big because I don't think anyone does it here. So I think in the future this will be solar panels. But homes make sense, windows make sense. Windows are like 40% of what we do. Pressure washing of all the little things adds up to the rest, and solar panels is probably right now like I've done like one job for it. It's like within a week we just added it, and then in the winter I might get different ones, maybe make them a little more festive and add like Christmas lights and permanent LEDs. But yeah, you want them to be readable. You gotta remember that where you put these, you want to be putting them in places that people stop, like stop signs. You see a lot of people just will put these on the side of the road, and you're like, you're driving by, you're not gonna be able to see it. Again, good for brand recognition. Like in the moment, you're not gonna stop your vehicle and be like, oh, I'm gonna call them right now. It's good to if you sit at a stop for like 10 seconds, you're staring at that for like 10 seconds, you're like, that's ingrained. So that kind of goes into where we're going to place them. But in terms of design, there's a lot of, like I had AI try to make me a sign, and it put like 6 different things, my logo and all this, and I'm like, it's all good information, but like in the end, my logo and all of this tells you the same information. It's so much easier and so much simpler. And I think yard signs need to just be simple. You don't want to add that many words. You don't want to break it up. You got to remember that people just can like look by them. I've never looked at a yard sign for more than 3 seconds. How much information are you going to look at this for more than 3 seconds? You understand it. If I put like solar panels, decks, patios, home pressure washing, windows, driveways, gutters, like everything I ever did, found this over here, and then I put like the logo, and I put my phone number, and then maybe I did something a little about me, or that like, and then maybe I put a slogan like brilliance, or transparency and services, brilliance and results. Maybe I put that. Like, it's just too much. So I think the best way to do it is similar to mine, is just the brand, make the phone number super big, list your services, okay? The thing for me is, since if you are a window cleaner, maybe you don't even need to add the services because maybe window cleaning's in your brand. At that point, maybe you can do a slogan. Like I know TNT is like a dynamite shine every time. So it's like that if you don't know who like the TNT washers are. So yeah. Should you do double-sided? They're like a little more expensive. I think absolutely, because a lot of the time you can put them like this, boom, boom. You're never gonna want to face them at the road like this, because it's like no one's ever gonna see it. If you're driving by this way, the only person who's gonna see it is right here, especially if they're stopped. Like you can angle it and stuff, but if you can have it here, you target so much more. So definitely get them double-sided. And I wouldn't recommend doing double-sided with different like different things on each side. Like don't do like maybe your brand and the services on the side. That doesn't make any sense. I feel like that's common sense, but don't do that. And then colors. You want bright colors. Mine are blue and white. You can distinctly tell whether it's, I mean, like obviously if it was night it might be a little bit hard because they're darker, but you want bright colors. You want contrast. Contrast and saturation are going to go a long way. Black and yellow, whites and blacks, reds and whites, like high contrast things that are definitely like super easy to say. Like obviously my brand has a little bit of blue in it, but that doesn't add to the fact of what the brand name actually is. So also I think common sense. Now it's maybe a little bit less common sense is where you put these. So if you're not in a place like Vermont that will cite you for just having them out, you can tell I'm a little bit salty about that because I paid a lot of money for these, and now I get to reuse them because I just put them out on clients' houses for about a week and then just reuse them. But where do you put them? So, give you an idea. What is your target audience? 70% of our target audience. When I bought these before I knew, but about 2 months in, I did like just trying to figure out who our client. Like narrow down like who we actually target, because I didn't really know. I just knocked on doors and whoever said yes worked. The people who said yes were moms, and I mean stay-at-home moms, which makes sense for someone that does, you know, cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids, doing stuff like this, like cleaning out gutters, especially if you have someone, you know, working. Even stay-at-home dads, people who aren't working have so much other stuff to do. They're not going to do gutters. They're not going to pressure wash. And I've done jobs for people that have pressure washers, and they don't want to do it. I don't blame them. They get those little, like, 2-gallon machines that would take, like, 20 hours to do, like, a deck. Like, it's ridiculous. So, okay, now you know who your people are. We target, our demographic is stay-at-home moms. So we'll say stay-at-home parents. And now we gotta think, okay, and this is about 70, I think it's like 70% this, and then you get into like, when you talk to both of the parents, or just, like, because everyone there is like adults, but like the common calls we get are like stay-at-home parents, so then the rest is the rest. But, okay, so where are these people? If you're a stay-at-home parent, what do you do? Okay, if something breaks, you got to go out and fix it. So you got to fix it, fix stuff. You got to take care of kids. You got to get groceries, errands, and all that. So, where are places? So if I'm a stay-at-home parent and I have to do these every single day, I have to leave my house to go do them. Where can I, and then just where you live. Where can I place signs to target this? Okay, you break something. Oh, I need tools. Put a sign at Home Depot or Lowe's. People gotta go fix stuff. They gotta go to places to go get tools and other stuff to fix stuff that breaks at their house. Kids, groceries, errands. Do grocery stores. Do CVS's. Do all those little gas stations and stuff where people have to be if they're driving all the time. Grocery stores are a huge hit. Like, grocery stores are huge. We get a ton of, I hear, it's very rare you hear a client be like, I saw your yard sign and reply to it. I've had like 2, and they were both the grocery store ones. That's why I believe that they're the best. But think about how much time you spend. This is consistent. Fixing stuff's a little bit less consistent. You consistently have to go to a grocery store every week or 2. If your sign's there every single time, it's ingrained in their mind. And then where you live. Target neighborhoods. Don't just target like streets that have a couple houses. Go into neighborhoods. Get their exits. If you have the whole neighborhood in here and there's like 2 exit streets, hit the exit streets. They have to see them. So that's what I do for targeting. Now I can't do this because, you know, I got cited, but now when I do the job, I'm just like, can I put a yard sign out? I'll pick it up in a week. And if they're hard about it, maybe I'll give them a discount if it's a really big job for it. I don't really do it if it's like a really nice house that's like really secluded, because then no one's gonna see it. But this is how I do yard signs. This is what I would say is probably more beneficial to you, because I feel like the rest is pretty common sense, but that's how you do yard signs. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely night.